YouTube. So I'm going to try something a little different with this video, I hope, we'll see. And what I'm going to do is show you the products, and then hopefully the rest I'll be able to speed up and narrate over the part where I actually do the process of the video. So hopefully that works. We'll see how it goes. So just a little bit about what I'm going to be using. I have some pictures from a little just day trip that we took recently, and I actually have kind of two different activities that we did. One is the kids and the hubby went go-karting, and so I have a few pictures from that, and then I have we went to a winery as well. Obviously one of those is for me, the other one not so much, so you can guess which. I'm gonna do the winery page first, and hopefully what I'll do is have enough product or kind of enough to go together. I don't think I'm going to work on the 2 pages as a 2-page layout, but really just as 2 pages that sort of use some of the same products, because they're different functions and I want them to have a little different feel, although it may not come out that way, but we'll see. So I mean, that's my idea with it, is to give them a little different feel with kind of similar products and some scraps from each one. So those are the 2 photos that I'm going to use on this layout primarily. And then I have a few products, and then my theory is that just use whatever else is in reach, which isn't a whole lot, but is enough. So I have those photos. I have my recently purchased chevron roller that I'm excited to try to use. To go with it, I have some Distress ink and worn lipstick. It's one of I don't know, 4 ink pads that I own. I have a couple of colors of Mist, Primrose by Heidi Swapp, and Mr. Hugh's white, in case I get to a point where I need some white, but I think I'm going to put it on a white background. I have 2 different colors of thickers, a pale pink and a sort of turquoisey aqua sparkly blue. And then the rest of this paper is all from my stash, from my very, very, very old stash, and I'm excited to use it up. This first paper, I don't know if you can see, hopefully, yeah, it's pretty shimmery, I think, in there. But it has this great print on it. It is one of my favorite papers maybe I have ever gotten. It is very old, let's see, 2008, so very old. Love it, love the colors. This piece of paper sort of not driving the rest of my layout, because yeah, it's not, but kind of other papers are filtering through what goes in with this. This is a piece of not cardstock, but it's solid color-ish blue that I thought would go nicely with some of the blues in there, and will also be a link to some of the others. These, it says Pink Martini Delights Flirtini. This one is called Mini Skirt, and it has that on the back. Probably won't use that on this layout, but it might be really great with the wilder go-karting type layout. But pretty colors, and I really like it. This is just a polka dot. I'm sure it's from Hobby Lobby. Yeah, the Paper Studio, but the purples go really nicely. And then another one of those Flirtini. This one is called Love Beads, and it has another really insane, crazy pattern on the back. But so cute, right? This one's called Twist on the back of that one. And I know I have pink and turquoise letters pulled, and a lot of lavender and purple papers. It's because I don't have lavenders and purples really in my scrapbooking supplies, so you get what you get. And I think that this paper brings in enough of the pink, and the aqua's already in here, but my intention is that this brings in enough of the pink, and besides, it's going in my book, so there's already plenty of pink. And the stamping and some of the other things hopefully will bring in enough of the pink that it doesn't look like, why did she do an all purple page with pink accents? But we'll see. And so hopefully it turns out good and we like it, and thanks for watching. See ya!
Hey YouTube, so here's the part where I try to record my own narration for the video and tell you a little bit about what I'm doing. I showed you my Tim Holtz, like my only Tim Holtz Distress ink pad. It is called, I think, Worn Lipstick, and I'm using a Glitz Design roller stamp that I got from Hobby Lobby in my little recent haul video. And Nancy, you're absolutely right if you watch this. I love, love, love it. It is super fun. You'll even see me use it again a little bit later here. So this layout, as I probably said earlier, is a trip to French Lick, Indiana. And I thought the pinks and purples kind of went with wine. I'm not sure why I kind of thought that, but that's what I thought. So that's sort of what I went with here. And there I am shaking up my Heidi Swap Primrose, what's that called? Glitter, Color Shine. And I was starting to sprinkle it on, then I was like, you know what, I'm just going to spray it. On the final layout, you don't see a huge lot of that spray, but I kind of like the way it mixed with that stamped stuff on there. And I'm just using a plain white cardstock as my background there for that. There's one of the two pictures that I'm going to use, and since one was vertical and the other horizontal, I'm kind of cutting off a bit. I don't cut it off to 4 inches exactly there. It's a little bit longer, so that one's a little bit bigger, but what you're going to see is that it makes a great place for my title. Originally I thought I would use that really cool paper that I adore as the matte, but I didn't like it. It was too busy to go right behind the photos, and there was too much brown with the brown of the building and some of the background in there. So, and I'm sorry this is a little bit off of the camera, but I think most of the rest of this will be in the shot. Maybe not, but hopefully. And if not, I'll try to position my camera a little better. My ATG ran out of tape there, and that's kind of what I was showing you. That it was just about out of tape, and you're going to get to see me kind of mess with that here in a moment. New tape, yay, from my recent group buy. And I'm going to trim off that matte again. And this is just, I think I showed it in the video earlier, a pattern paper. It's solid, but it's not a cardstock. It's thin-ish, which is good because I add about a bazillion layers to this. So hopefully that works out fairly well, and you like it with that. This paper I started to cut. I think I actually do cut it even. And, oh, no, I don't. What I'm going to do is use my trimmer edge as sort of a guide to be my tearing ruler. And it turned out really well. It was really easy to use, and it worked out really, really nicely. And I like it a lot. I'll probably do that again. So this video is just really quick. I mainly did it as a test to see if I'm able to do this whole film the video and then do the narration later. If so, I should be able to do a lot more videos here shortly, because that's much easier. My issue with making videos has always been having the time to do all of it when nobody else is awake, and there I did run out of tape, and so you're going to see me change my tape in my ATG gun there. So my issue has always been waiting till people were asleep so you guys didn't have a bunch of people jumping around. Since I don't have a scrap room, I scrap in my living room. It doesn't work all that great. So this will allow me, if this all works and everything is great with this whole narration deal, it should work really, really well for you guys, for me to be able to put up a couple more videos. Hopefully everybody wants a couple more videos from me. And then I can, in the morning, actually make the video, kind of make the page, and set it to upload into my Movie Maker software, because that apparently took a really long time today. Like, I did it for over an hour, just kind of watched it sit there this morning, so I can do that while I go to work. And then when I come home, after everybody goes to bed and I've had dinner and all that wonderful stuff, I can do this narration, which shouldn't take that long, since I figured out how to speed up the video as well. I'm just showing you that I took that Distress ink, and you can't see me doing it. Sorry, it's out of the frame. There, it goes a little bit back into the frame. I'm just kind of inking the edges with that same pink Distress ink, and I thought that brought a little bit of the pink into the middle of the layout. I don't know if you actually can even see it again, because I'm going to mat it here again in the purple. Lots and lots of photo mats, just in varying sizes of photo matting this time. not always something I do, but I do like the look. I like the way it turned out on here. It looks pretty good. I love the back of that paper. It is busy, but it's really cute. And I'm going to use some of those busier patterns on the facing page. This video works today. I'm going to do the facing page probably the same method tomorrow. And you should see it hopefully tomorrow night, but we'll see. So then what I can do is set the videos to upload as I go to bed. So I'm just figuring out how I'm going to place that and which photo it looks best behind, trimming off a big piece of it. And yes, I still use that old gray trimmer. I don't know if you've ever been able to see that in any of my videos before. I love it. Every time I find one at a yard sale or a scrapbooking yard sale, I buy it for 50 cents or $1, and I just hoard them. I think I have 5 now, but literally I'm just hoarding. I know that it may not make the perfect, most straight. Oh, and here I struggled with where on the layout to put, so you could see the nice stamping and the mist that I worked so hard on earlier, and exactly how I want to do that. And here I am going to use my, oh, nope, I'm just trimming it down. Like it's actually going to be square. I'm making that purple border, it is a polka dot. I'm making it like teeny tiny around the edges of the photo, just so that it adds a little bit of a dark, kind of more of a solidy element, not really a word, element around the photo. It sort of differentiates that from the background, but not totally. I tried this washi tape up there, and yeah, I hate it. I ripped up a little bit of the paper, kind of trying to do that, take it off of there. It's not too bad. You can't even tell in the final layout that the papers are kind of like right there on that right-hand side. You can't tell. It's not a big deal. I am going to use that washi in a little bit on the layout. It will show up again on the final thing, and it looks pretty cool, actually. This is a cutout that one of my scrappy friends did for me. She did, actually, that whole little baggie is basically what she did is took all these really cool 2014 kind of cutouts and cut them in either white or craft for me and gave me like a whole package of them. And I've used a couple of them layouts. I'm kind of hoarding them. I do that and I shouldn't. But anyway, this one turned out really great, and actually decided to create part of my title with it. I think I'm funny doing it. I don't know, I'm probably not funny, but I thought it was amusing and cute. And it turns out really attractive, and I like the way that it looks. On the layout, I like the white. It goes really well with the white in the background. And hold on. Sorry about that. I had a moment. Got interrupted a little bit. So here in the layout, I'm just placing everything down, kind of starting to tape everything down. I do add a little bit after I get this completed. Not a whole lot, but a little bit does get added to it. After I get everything completed after the end of this video, the part that you'll see. Here I'm just kind of positioning things, and again, sorry, the bottom of the layout is kind of off there. I added some washi tape below where the photo is going to adhere, and you'll see that in a minute, and then, or you'll see that at least in the final, you'll get to see it. So I added a little bit of the same washi kind of up in that corner, kind of making a little L shape there with the layout itself, with the tannish backgroundy paper. It's sort of a goldish color really, but kind of has a shimmer in person. So I've kind of made a small L shape. That's my bag where I keep my twine, and I thought my enamel dots were all in there, and I was looking for, I thought I had a light pink twine in that bag and bag, little whatever. So I keep some twine in there and some washi and a few other little various things. But I didn't find the color twine that I wanted, so it goes back here in a moment without any twine out of it. I was just looking for little things to kind of add, as a finishing touch to the layout. What I end up doing is using some of the paper scraps, and hopefully I'll be back here in just a second, and you'll see me start putting some others on here. Maybe. Ah, there, I found the enamel dots. And so I'm just kind of trying to match, kind of lay them out and match, see what goes with the layout. And I do find both a aqua and a pink that I like really well with it. That look actually really, really great with the layout. And I should find those here in just a second. But I do add, I'm going to stick down the hello thing that one of my peep friends made for me. I'm sure you know who you are. And I love the way that it looks, and it becomes part of my title. Again, think I'm being funny. It's not funny, I'm certain, but I think it was cute. So I was excited to go. This particular winery actually makes my favorite wine that I've had. I'm not a big wine connoisseur, but I have had a few and like some of them, and they make my favorite. So I was really excited to get to go to their actual winery. This is a scrap, and hopefully you can see it on the final layout. It's a scrap of the striped paper, and I decided I was just going to use scraps in that little upper corner. The problem with the striped paper was the striped paper in the bottom part of the layout, I'm using it up and down, and so I needed to use it up and so the stripes needed to go up and down in the little section up at the top, the accent section, or whatever you want to call it, or cluster, or whatever. But my scraps were going the other way. So what I did was went ahead and just put the scrap the other way and kind of made an L shape out of that little cluster in the corner as well. And I haven't really seen that done a lot, but I like it. I love the way it turned out actually on the final layout. It's really cute and kind of funky and different. And there you can see it just a little bit. It's not a huge L, it's not a big deal, but you can see a little bit of that striped paper kind of peeking out down below. I do cluster a few little enamel dots in there. And I did put a pink enamel dot in the middle of the O in hello, just to kind of accent that that's an actual O shape. I take some of the little aqua dots and put them on the little hello tag thing, just in the line, kind of being a little cute there. Then I get out my stickers. I should have them out here any moment. Yep, those pale pink stickers. I decide kind of at the last minute that they don't really go. Like they're too pale. Everything else on the layout is kind of a brighter pink than these really pale little pink stickers. And so I'm going to try something, and I think I try it on camera here. Yep, I sure do. And it doesn't work out at all. So don't try this at home, folks, because it's bad. I just grabbed a piece of scrap paper. It's cardstock to use as a background. I spray it on there. Now, hey, in this video, it looks like it worked awesome. There you can kind of see it didn't. There was like a coating on the sticker, and so it just like cooled up the mist and looks really dreadful. So for a second I thought I was going to be really smart, and yeah, it worked bad. And I thought I was going to put all those letters kind of together so it looked like it was like one kind of cursive word. And that doesn't work because of the way the E connects, and so I decided, well, I'm just going to pull them and put a little space between them after all and just make it look like that. And yeah, like that, and it was fine. It doesn't bother me, it doesn't go all the way to the end. I am taking a couple of the asterisks off of that page as well, just to use as accents in the two corners basically. The lower left and the top right. I did decide, oh and darn, you can't see it on here, darn. I did decide to take that roller stamp and get it out again because there just wasn't, you couldn't see any of the chevron stamping in that bottom corner at all. And so I did stamp a little bit extra there. I lifted up the photo corner just to stamp underneath there. There's the asterisk point on the page. Up with the enamel dots in that corner, and down in the other corner as well. Yeah, so they're on there. And then that should be coming close to about it. Oh, I'm looking on my phone to get a date, so that I look at my calendar that I'm doing to see when 2 weeks ago was, and get the date that we actually went there. I have that roller date stamp out. I'm going to stamp the date with that. I'm actually just using it for the date. It is one of those that has like a ton of all kinds of little sayings and stuff. I'm not going to use any of them. Just going to use the date, but I am going to use a trick in a video from Gina Beth 1, it's her name on YouTube, where she inks it using even the part that she doesn't want, and then rolls the stamp up to get rid of the ink, and then stamps the seat. There I am rolling away from the one that has the ink, and stamping my date. And yeah, that's about all you're going to see on the layout. I do add a doily after it's all said and done. I'm going to show you up close a little bit, and then there is a still picture at the end. So hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of this format. Bye!